Welcome to Embracing the Second Trimester, weeks 13 through 17. I am so excited for you to embark on this journey alongside me. Today, we're going to go ahead and practice our first 60-minute prenatal yoga class of the program. This class will be accessible for you to practice for each week in between the 13 and 17 week mark. So, grab a mat, a bolster, 2 blocks, and a blanket, and find yourself a comfortable space where you can ground down into. As you can see, I am also expecting, and as I recorded these programs, I went alongside the weeks that I am actually in with my own pregnancy. So we're doing this together, which I find very fascinating to experience. We're going to go ahead and begin with our first prop, which is going to be a blanket. So any type of blanket that you have around your home, and then just gently place it on top of your mat. What this is going to do is provide a little bit more cushion for our bodies. You know, we have that hormone relaxin that's softening all of our joints, creating a little bit more flexibility, but we want to be mindful with the movements as we're entering our practice. So, finding a comfortable seated position, getting all the last little wiggles out, extending your arms up, down to the sides, rounding the spine, pushing the belly out, rolling the shoulders back, tilting the head from side to side, just so we can drop into the present moment and begin our practice. To begin, we're going to do Nadi Shodhana breathing. And this is alternate nostril breathing. It might take you a little bit of time to find the rhythm, but once you do, just find the flow and let the breath guide you. So softening the gaze and tuning within for a moment. And then we're going to go ahead and begin. You're going to take your left hand and place your pointer and middle finger together. Those 2 fingers are going to come on top of your third eye, and you're going to use your ring finger and your thumb with the alternate nostril breathing. So as you can see here, I'm closing one nostril when I'm opening the other. So we'll go ahead and begin with the ring finger closing the right nostril, inhaling from the left, and then exhaling from the right. Very good. So releasing the thumb, exhaling left nostril, inhaling, placing the thumb back on the left nostril, and then releasing the ring finger on the exhale of the right nostril. What this breath is doing is balancing your masculine and feminine energy, and it's a great breath to begin a practice in. So when you're closing one nostril, you're inhaling and exhaling from that same nostril. So ring fingers coming on to the right, releasing the thumb, exhaling the breath out, inhaling the breath back in, placing the thumb back on the nostril, and then exhaling from the right side. And then inhaling from the right side, ring finger comes on the right nostril. And then you release the thumb and allow the exhale to flow out of the left nostril. Find your flow. And then allow it to become your guide. as you're grounding down into the present moment. Your body is softening, consciously breathing by focusing solely on your breath. These inhales do not have to be very deep. They can be light. So find a breath consistency that works well for your body at this time. And then we're going to go ahead and release the left palm down. Take a deep inhale through the nasal passage, open up the mouth, just let the breath flow out of the body. Feeling that sense of balance that breath created, the awareness and heightened sense of self within your mind. And then we're going to go ahead and move into setting an intention for our practice today. Left palm is going to come on top of your belly, feeling into your own heart beating. And right palm comes right below your navel, right around your baby. And begin to connect these two beating hearts inside of your body. Yours and the one you are creating. This magnificent power, this unconditional love. And this lifelong journey, right here in the palms of your two hands. And as you tune deeply within, welcome an intention to carry throughout your practice today. You can carry along with our theme of simply embracing the changes that are occurring in your body. Or you can welcome something new. Whatever serves you. Knowing that you are taking this time for yourself to give back to your body as it expands, creates space for a new human life to form. feel this intention in your own heart and share it with your baby. Releasing the palms down, facing up. Point your finger to thumb to create a mudra, a flow of circular energy. And then prepare to begin for your practice. Bringing hands heart center, sharing a depth of gratitude to yourself for being here today. All right, let's go ahead and get our bodies moving. We're going to begin with our bolster, so you can go ahead and fold up your blanket, place it off to the side. Definitely keep that within arm's reach. Grab your bolster, set it on your mat, and then what we're going to go ahead and do is have a comfortable seat on top of it. So we're going to begin with some upper body movements first. So kind of find your hips grounded more in the center of the bolster. And then align your feet in a comfortable position, whether that's feet touching, your right on top of your left, just as long as you're allowing the knees to just hang heavy. And we're just going to begin with those little movements just to kind of warm up the spine, and then we're going to drop the hands down beside our hips. And on an inhale, we're going to reach the arms up really high, shifting our gaze in between our thumbs. We're going to exhale and release that down. Beautiful. We're going to do 4 more of those. Deep breath in, full extension of the upper body, gazing up. Exhale, release them down. Inhale, reaching with intention here, elongating your spine. Exhale, releasing hands back down. Inhale, reaching arms all the way up, and exhale, releasing hands down. Very good. Last one, deep breath in, full extension of the upper body. Exhale, releasing hands back down. We're going to go ahead and place our right hand on top of our bolster, and we're going to inhale, lift the left arm up and over in a swimming motion to create some space along the left side of the body. If you feel you can go a little bit deeper, you can place the right palm flat on the mat. Get a little bit more extension here. You want to make sure you're not dipping the shoulders inward, that your chest is open, so creating that open heart expansion. Very good. On an inhale, bring both hands back to touch at the center. Then we're going to exhale, go right into the left side. So beginning with left palm on top of the bolster, making sure you're comfortable, your alignment feels good, and then releasing the left palm down onto the mat if you did it on the first side. Few breaths here. Very good. Inhale, both hands coming back to center. On an exhale, we're just going to cactus the arms. So this is pushing the shoulder blades into the back of the heart space, creating a lot of space on the front side of your body. Taking a few breaths here. You can shift your gaze up opening up your throat chakra. And then what we're going to do is interlace the hands behind the back if this is accessible for you, or you can grab opposite elbows. We're going to pull the hands down. These are off of our bolster. And we're going to really open up the chest here by gazing up. Very good. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, softly releasing the hands back down on top of the thighs. We're going to move the legs a little bit, so getting into the lower body. Let's go ahead and extend our right leg out first. You can flex or point the foot. Right palm comes on top of the right shin, and we're going to go into that side body stretch once more, but with our right leg extended. You may find your body's able to go a little bit deeper around the second time. Let's go ahead and bring that right foot in, extend the left leg out, and go right into the left side. So left palm comes on top of the left shin, providing your own support for your upper body, and reaching the right arm up and over in a nice swimming motion. Big side body stretch along the right side. Inhale, coming back up to center and bringing that left foot back in. Let's go ahead and grab our 2 blocks. And we're going to extend our legs out in a wide leg stretch. So we're going to tilt the pelvis forward. So you'll want to scoot the hips back a little further on the bolster so that you don't fall off of it. How I have the blocks right now are tall ways. Get a nice full spinal extension here by giving support from the blocks, so you're pushing off the blocks a little bit. Just getting all this expansion for the belly and the pelvis before we turn the blocks down to flat. So they are lying completely flat on the ground right now, scooting the hips all the way back on the bolster. This is going to feel really nice on your inner groin, your thighs. And this is just going to allow your belly to hang heavy while you're supporting your upper body and your lower body. So placing the elbows on the block, hands prayer center. And just be here present to receive this beautiful release in your pelvis, giving all that space for your growing baby. Bringing fingertips down, slowly walking the upper body up, and then setting your 2 blocks off to the side. Remember to keep all your props within arm's reach. Now we're going to go ahead and shift our hips closer to the edge of the bolster and bring the soles of our feet down on the ground, moving into a yogi squat. So right arm is going to shift downward, left arm is going to reach up towards the sky, and you're tucking the right knee behind the right shoulder. Transitioning to center and then shifting to the left side. Still getting those side body stretches, but movement in the lower body now, flowing together. Bringing hands prayer center into full malasana yogi squat. And then just breathe here. This is getting in really deep into your hips, releasing any tension and tightness. This is where we hold all of our emotional stress. It's good to just be present in these postures and breathe. All right, yogis. Let's go ahead and transition off the bolster, placing it off to the side. We're We're going to do some wrist exercises. So you're going to come onto all fours, and as you can see, I've got my hands that I'm shifting in every single direction to counteract the wrist so that we don't feel any sort of cramping, right? So we want to counter the postures that we normally stay in, which is palms flat. So we want to turn palms facing up, rotate them to different sides, maybe bending the knees, shifting the hips a little further back. And then we're going to do some hip dips. So walking the knees back, dropping the right hip down to the mat. This feels so good on the pelvis. And then shifting to the left side. Very good. Let's do another set of those. So shifting the right hip down to the mat. And then left side. Very good. We're going to walk, or not yet, we're actually going to come up and do some knee drops. So coming to the top of the toes, then we're just going to bend and cycle the knees. Okay, so we're going to create a little bit of blood flow circulation, accelerating our heart rates, dropping the left knee down, keeping it lifted off the mat, and then the right, and just rotating. So getting a couple of these in just the heart to get the heart rate pumping. And then dropping the knees back down, swaying the hips from side to side. We're going to do some hip gazing. So we're going to shift our right view to our right hip, and then shift our left view to our left hip. Widening the knees, sitting the hips back on top of the heels. Coming into our first child's pose. Child's pose is a resting posture. Keep in mind that anytime throughout your practice, you can come into this pose. Take between 5 to 10 breaths until you feel that your body has received whatever transition or posture that we did. And then you can jump back into the practice whenever you're ready. So always be mindful of how your body feels. All right, we're going to place the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to get into some couple of balancing postures. So we're going to reach the right arm up and the back left leg. Now, if you're good here, stay here. If you want to add a little bit, you can pulse. So just lifting the right and left leg up. Feeling a little bit of that fiery energy activating in your glutes. And then releasing the left leg down and the right palm. A little bit of hip dips, a little bit of side swings, movement, fluidity, all within the body. And then let's get ready for the left side. Left arm comes up, back, right leg, full extension. Hold here if you're good here. Pulse if you feel like activating a little bit of fiery energy within your muscles. Beautiful. We're going to set that down. Little bit of hip sways, little bit of movement, fluidity. You can even round and roll the spine. Lots of fluid going through our bodies. We're pretty much doubling up on everything. So movement in any form is welcome in prenatal yoga. All right, so we're going to set up for a posture. It's going to play with your balance. Right palm is going to come up, back left leg, and we're going to bend the left knee. Now this is really good for the pelvis, the hips, and the belly. To grab the outside of your left foot with your right hand. Or inside, actually. There you go, extend it out. Very good, place it down. See how that felt in your body. If that was too challenging, don't worry about it on the second side. If you want to give it a go, try it out. That's called tiger pose. Let's shift back down into child's pose. Taking a couple of breaths. We allow a lot of space to receive postures in prenatal yoga. We don't want to push our bodies to where we're feeling exerted or exhausted or just feeling not comfortable. That's not something we want in our practice. So coming into the second side, placing palms down, knees aligning with the hips. We're going to reach the left arm up. Back right leg, full extension first to begin, and then you're going to bend the right knee, take the left palm, grab the inside of the right foot, and the more that you kick into the hand, the more you're going to be able to access this posture, and then allowing the whole entire front side of the body to just hang with gravity. That's the point of the pose. Very good. Exhale and release. Open up the knees, sit those hips back, child's pose. Allow your body to receive that posture, breathing and taking breaks.